Hello and welcome to another episode of Getting Fatzee with Mattzee, where I teach you how to make delicious food that will make you fat. Today I'm going to be making a lemon tart with a special kind of lemon, Meyer lemons. I found these Meyer lemons at Whole Foods just this week. They're only available in the spring here. They're thought to be a cross between a mandarin orange and a regular lemon, which makes them a little bit sweeter and less acidic. Now some of you may be wondering, Mattzee, how am I going to get fatsy if I'm eating fruit? Well, to counteract some of the health benefits of the Meyer lemons, we will be adding butter and several egg yolks, and a lot of sugar too. I'm using a recipe from The Joy of Cooking today for the lemon tart. We're going to start out by making a double boiler, which is a pot with about an inch of water. You set that to boil, and then we're going to put another heat-resistant bowl over the top of it just to lightly heat the ingredients inside. Okay, I'm going to start by adding a cup of sugar to the bowl and a stick of butter that I've chopped into small pieces. Now you just want to stir that around until the butter is completely melted. Okay, the butter is all melted now with the sugar, so we're going to take this bowl off of the heat. I'm going to whisk in 8 egg yolks. I already separated the whites from the yolks. Okay, we're gonna whisk those in. Now before I get the juice from the lemons, I want to zest them because they're gonna need that later. So you want to do that before you cut the lemons open. Oops. Okay, it's time to juice the lemons. So I'm just gonna cut them in half, and I have a strainer to keep the seeds out and a reamer to get the juice. So I'm just going to do that over a bowl until I get half cup. These are very juicy lemons. Okay, so that was about 2 lemons to get a half cup of juice. So I'm going to pour that in with everything and mix that all in. And then we're going to return the bowl to the double boiler and just mix it slowly over the heat until it thickens and coats the back of a spoon. This might be tiring. Okay, this is looking really delicious and thick right now. Here, I'll try to show you. Yum! I wouldn't mind bathing in that. Okay, so it's ready to remove from the heat. And you stir in the lemon zest. I wasn't a very good zester today, but I got a little. And then it's ready to go in the tart crust, which I haven't made yet. I have to run to the store to buy a tart pan. I'll be back. Hi, I'm back from my shopping spree. I got this tart pan, removable bottom, ooh, and some socks. Okay, to make the crust, we're gonna start by adding a cup and a quarter of flour. And then I have a half teaspoon of salt and about 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. So then mix that all together, and then here comes the delicious part. I'm going to add a stick of butter cut into pieces. Now that we've got everything combined, you have to cut the butter into the flour mixture. It's kind of a pain, but I don't have a pastry cutter, so I just use a knife and a fork and just like mush stuff around for a while. Okay, now I'm going to add a big spoonful of Crisco. This stuff is so delicious. I could just eat this spoonful right now. But no, I have to use it for the recipe. Okay, I got the Crisco all mixed in, and now I have to drizzle some water in. Oops. And then you just sort of stir it around till it starts to form into a ball. Okay, the dough formed into a ball, so now I'm going to pour this into the tart pan and form it into the crust. To do that, you just put it all in the middle and just mush it down and slowly work it out to the edges. Okay, I formed the crust and I have to let it sit in the freezer for like 15 minutes or so. So I'm just going to sit here and relax while I'm waiting. I baked the crust by itself and it got a little bit burnt, but hopefully it'll still taste okay. So now I'm going to pour the filling into the crust. It looks delicious. And spread it to the edges a little bit. Somehow figure out how to get it back in the oven. So the tart came out of the oven and it's looking really good. You can see right here is a slice that I'm about to eat because I want to get fat. But I don't know, there's only 2 sticks of butter in the tart and there's that fruit, so I thought that I would add some whipped cream to just put it over the top. There, how does that look? Yum. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Getting Fatzee with Mattzee. I know I have. And I'm looking forward to eating this pie.